Good going, everyone. Let me know if you can, as always, if the audio and everything's good to go. See if I echo. I almost echoed. Realized I had the lighting on red. We'll try to do a nice, calm, easy stream to end the day. We got 90 minutes. Nice blue background. Not the spicy red. But yeah, how's it going, everyone? Just looking to hang out for the last 90 minutes. I was contemplating opening Crown Zenith today, doing like a rip and ship stream. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I checked with my distributors just to verify, and Pokemon desires that streams don't happen until release day. So I'm going to live stream tomorrow Crown Zenith ETB rip and ships, where if you want to, sorry, my chair was stuck. If you want to, I'll be selling, I believe I'll do 50. I need to double check exactly what the market price is, but I'll do 50. You get the hits, you get the promo that comes with it. I keep the sleeves, the dice, the bulk, the things like that. So, yeah, that's going to be tomorrow, probably from 12:30 to 3 or so. I do have to do my office hours for Patreon from 3 to 4. And then I also want to be able to ship out same day, just because the way release weekend works, the way release day works, if or when people hit big hits that they want to get graded, obviously time is of the essence. So yeah, I'm gonna plan to just run my stream tomorrow from 12:30 to 3 or so, and then ship them out same day. And I do see people coming into the chat. I highlighted here the Zard Hunter. Shout out to Ernesto, my thumbnail guy. He also made me some emotes. So I'll just mention that briefly up front. If you join the membership, there's a join button right below. Should be right around here, if I'm pointing correctly. 99 cents a month. You don't get much, but you do get some cool emotes that Ernesto made. You get to support the channel. You get a nice badge next to your name, like you see Java Okuma has, you see Pokenomics has, Zard Hunter throwing the cash grab emotes out. But I do have linked in the description, Shadowless Red, catchemallcollectibles.com. As of right now, I have everything out of stock. So I have no stock of anything. That is by design. My website is not intended to be somewhere that you buy sealed product. I would recommend you just go to eBay. I can't compete. If I can't really, like when I sell on eBay graded cards, I want to be low list. I'm not going to match last auction or anything like that all the time, though from time to time I do. But I want to be the cheapest on everything I sell. So all I'm going to do with the website is live rips. When I'm doing a live stream where I'm selling product, I'm going to put into stock exactly how much product I have on hand that I can rip within that live stream window, and I'm going to just sell that amount then and there. So on a semi-weekly basis, every 2 weeks or so, maybe I'll do a live stream on set release. Tomorrow I'll do Crown Zenith. I don't know that I'll do every Japanese set. It'll come down to whether or not I have it, whether or not I have access to it. But yeah, I think the rip and ships will be fun change up for 2023. And it's been cool. I've never made a website before. It's been cool working through Shopify, learning how to build a website. Shout out to Java Akuma. Shout out to a bunch of other people, great people in the hobby who have offered to reach out and help with the stream side, help with the website side. So many great people in the community. Jake says, what tier do I have to sign up for to get MetaZoo NFTs? That tier has not yet been created. I think I do have access to create 6 tiers, and as of right now it's 1 tier, 99 cents for the emotes. I might add, I know Rusty TCA Gaming does a tier that's a higher tier where you get big discounts on the rip and ship products. I might add something like that. Other than that, I think it'll just be the base tier, 99 cents. If you want to support, get some interesting looking emotes for the chat, like Zard Hunter's going through, Java's dropping the fire. And then there might be a higher tier, maybe $5 or $10 a month, maybe a little bit higher depending. Whatever I do though, if I do another higher tier, I just want it to basically be, you get nearly that much money every once a month. Once a month if you're a $15 tier member, whatever it may be. you just get like X amount of free packs because of it. So start of the stream, end of the stream, I rip all the members packs, and then I do the general break. But we'll have to see. I appreciate you, your average player. Welcome to supporter. I don't have any fancy names for my tiers, but yeah, your average player joins the membership. I appreciate you. But yeah, all I'm looking to do today, I'm not allowed to open this and sell it on stream. Maybe I'll show. I did do one kind of a test run. You can see this one right here was opened. You got Lucario on this side. You got Lucario on that side. I've got the manual somewhere. Oh yeah, the manual's right here. I might show if people want to see this. I don't know if people want to see it until it's opened. But yeah, I think I could open product for just singles. I think you can open product on camera, but I'm not allowed to do like the rip and ships yet. Even if I ship tomorrow, as far as I understand. So that's just gonna be a separate stream tomorrow. Let me see if I missed any messages. How's it going, Swag Daddy? Jacob, Panga. All I do have, I'm gonna do Q&A mostly for the next hour and a half. I rarely run auctions. I've made known my thought about auctions, and generally I don't use them as part of my business strategy. But I did have one consigner who, they've been with me for a couple months now. They just want to move some product. So if you consign with me, I do buy it now consignments only. If you want to do solely auctions, I would always point you towards James, Z&G Emporium, Rusty, Scott, Nick. They do them, but I think James now definitely has everyone beat on pricing for the auction consignments. So I mean, I'd have to recommend him above all else. But if you ever want to do buy it now consignments, feel free to send with me. If and when the buy it now, for whatever reason, if you just need the money, if you want to just move on away from certain product and get into new product, whatever it may be, just to close out your account, close out your consignment with me. If you want to run auctions, that's an option. We can do that. Or I haven't figured out exactly what the fee would be. Obviously, it would cover return shipping at a minimum. But yeah, if you want to close out the buy it now consignment and just have the card shipped back to you, that's also an option. But yeah, as of right now, all I'm going to do is hang out, show the cards quick. I guess since I'm talking about the auction, I'll show these cards quick. These are all ending Sunday night. Hopefully I have my camera set up. Okay, I do. Oh, I don't have the live chat set up. Let me get the live chat set up. There it is. Okay, so there's the live chat. All these end Sunday night. So all these end Sunday night on my eBay. 10-day auctions started at 1 cent. This card particularly, I don't know if it's because it's Chinese and people thought it was Japanese or English, whatever they thought it was. 2 times someone bought it and then didn't pay. Very rarely do I have non-payers with buy it now listings, because I believe I do have immediate payment required. Maybe I missed that on this one though, but I've had someone buy it twice and then either request to cancel an order and I had to refund them before I even shipped it, or they just didn't pay. So yeah, there's a Chinese trio of 25th anniversary, which is pretty interesting. Not something I see every day, not something I really do much with. National Championships Blastoise. You got a light Jolteon. I believe it was the Flareon. I sold a buy it now Flareon with a different consignment. $300. I think this is already over $200 as we speak for the auction. And then an Ancient Origins pre-release Gyarados. You see the set stamp almost like the EX Era Reverse Hollows. So like a pretty interesting batch of consignments. I mean, you got Mewtwo, one of my top arts of that set, Shining Legends, a few years back. You got a nice Vending Series 3 Mewtwo. Pretty nice, diverse little batch of auctions that are ending this Sunday. So feel free to check those out. If you want to, I mean, you can filter my store by auctions. These are the only auctions. They also have code AM1. So if you search my store for AM1, these will come up, and then like 3 other cards that he's leaving as a buy it now. But yeah, that's that. I do have one other consignment that I'll show. I guess I'll make sure I'm caught up on chat, but then I'll show a brand new buy it now consignment that came in. I just like to show them real quick during a live stream. But yeah, let me get caught up on chat. Oh wow, shout out Java. I knew that this was a thing. For some reason, it's not letting me highlight it. Where'd it go? So Java, okay. Yeah, it doesn't let me highlight it for some reason. I guess you can see it in the live chat over there now. But Java gifted 5 memberships. So I see, looks like Cheval's picked up one of those. Ornitier, I don't know how to say that. But yeah, appreciate you, Java, for gifting some subscriptions to the chat. Now we can see some more emojis in there. Tanner Stenning says, "Did you see the new secrets slash art rares from Scarlet and Violet?" I tried to stay away from spoilers. Like Crown Zenith, I opened one ETB myself this morning just to kind of time myself and get a feel for how many ETBs will I be able to sell and open during a live stream, like tomorrow when I do it. But I try to generally stay away from spoilers. I don't get like really upset if I see them. I mean, they come across my Discord feed. They come across my Instagram feed. I see them randomly in Discord. I don't seek them out though. I've probably already seen them, and I just like kind of closed my eyes, scrolled further. I try to not like focus too much. So I've probably seen them in my eyesight scrolling through Discord. I just like I don't click the spoiler tags if someone spoiler tags it. I just keep going. So yeah, I'm not too aware of what they are. But I've already heard things about like, do you think Scarlet and Violet is the best base set ever created? Do you think this is the new best set? Do you think it's always funny? Like I mean, I love that people appreciate the art and all that, but it's just kind of funny, almost as if like this is gonna be the best set ever, and then the next one's always better, and the next one's always better, and artists are gonna art is what I say, which is good. Jacob says I need to shave everything but leave the mustache. If and when I do get rid of it, I'll probably do something really stupid and like just I'll do something really silly. Yeah, it is getting really. I probably need to trim it at some point. But if and when I go, I'm not just gonna shave it all at once. I'll come on and do like one live stream where I just have like really odd shapen beard or just the mustache, or yeah, just the mustache going all the way up. I don't know. I'll figure something out though. But maybe I'll just keep it forever too. Who knows? Bonga says, "Can I become a member on mobile? I can't figure it out." I believe so. I believe the join button should still be right about there on mobile. Though I'm not entirely sure. Appreciate you, Mims. I was on time today. How's it going? Birch, Ancient Mew, John Doe, Pokenomics. Do I get some packs for being a member? The 99-cent tier, the only tier that's currently open, only includes the emotes and the fancy badges next to your name. I definitely will have a higher tier though that comes with some amount of free packs. One free pack. I just ordered 1,000 celebrations packs because I love the set. Kind of a little bit of a speculative play. A little bit of I just want to have good inventory for people to rip. I love the set. I might want to rip it on occasion, and I want people to have access to it for my rip streams. And I want to have it on my Troll and Toad Evo inventory for several years. So yeah, that's something that maybe I'll create a $10 tier where you get a celebrations pack and then the latest set. Try to make it where like you're getting $10 worth of product every month. But as of right now, the 99 cents, that's a throwaway on just some silly pixels. Zard Hunter also looking for free members packs. Pokenomics dropping the Wish Charmander. Chavals, how's it going? Dan looks like he could play lead Viking at the Renaissance Fair. I have been. We have some of those around me, the Renaissance Festival. I haven't been to one in quite a few years, but back in college, definitely went to it. And then when I was younger, how's it going, Wilt Chamberlain? Your average player and Zard Hunter dropping the Danny motes. Is my neck getting stronger carrying the beard? Probably strengthening the neck muscles. Steven Kisoon says, "What's up? You bullish on Evo Skies since they're not included in the potential reprint?" I heard that Danny Phantom did a video. I probably have it in my watch later, but I haven't yet watched it. I'm still not sold on the fact that they're not going to reprint Evolving Skies, even if it's announced that they're not included in this one. I still think that it will be reprinted within its 2-year window, if not slightly longer. I could be wrong though. I have no Evolving Skies left. I will not buy any Evolving Skies ever again in booster box form unless they reprint it and I have access to it at wholesale. Even if, say they do a small reprint and say they sell it to me for $2.50 a box. I mean, I'd pay $2.50 a box right now because I can turn around and sell it for $3. But I'm not going to buy any from the open market as a speculation. There's just too many things that I can buy. Upcoming releases, Crown Zenith. I try to not look back. Oh, I wish I didn't sell that so quickly. I wish I bought more of that. I try to just keep steered ahead, looking into the future of what I should pick up next, buying all the new releases, buying the collections as they come to me, things like that. We got the Quaxleys in chat by Brandon and Pokenomics. We got the Squirtle Squad. We got the Griddle Greaser Pete's. I really like seeing all the emojis in chat, and I really appreciate everyone's support with that. Um, how's it going, Andy? Andy, I was actually just before this stream, I was watching your series you did with what's it called? Choose Your Path. I was watching your Choose Your Path with Eli from Pokemart. Just about done. I didn't quite finish it before I started, but yeah, nice chat you had with Eli. Really like that series, and I really appreciate Andy again you having me on that. What's my favorite card from Celebrations? I love this set as a whole. I mean, the boring answer, Charizard always comes up, like that nostalgia of just I pulled a master set of Celebrations myself, the first set since Phantom Forces. Phantom Forces, I probably didn't even pull a master. I pulled a complete set, but not all the reverses, opening a case or two. But yeah, Celebrations was the first set in, a long, long time that I was able to pull a master set myself. I love the Charizard. I love the Blastoise, the Venusaur, the original boring trio that people get sick of, but I don't. I love the Umbreon Gold Star. Naturally, I love the Greninja Gold Star that came in the ETB. So many great cards from it. You got the EXs, you got the cool promos, the Shining Toxicity, just the throwback they did to all the different styles of card they did over the years. They skipped over Crystal, they skipped over like Prime, I believe. They skipped some of them, Legend cards, but they hit a lot of them though. Need an emoji of Quaxley with a beard. So yeah, as the memberships potentially grow, let me make sure I catch Ancient Muse before it expires too. Welcome, Ancient Mew. I appreciate you joining the membership. But yeah, as of right now, I think there should be 9. So I didn't know this before, but as the membership grows, you unlock more emote slots. So you can actually tell how many members someone on YouTube has, unless they haven't like capped out at their limit. But yeah, to have like 30 emotes, you got to have so many thousands of members. It's just pretty interesting to see. I mean, obviously you can do the math behind what some of these membership pools of capital, monthly recurring memberships are on some channels. But as of right now, I had 20 before I started the stream, which correlated to 9 emote slots. I get my next one, I get my 10th slot at 30 members, and then it goes up from there. I forget exactly when and where, but yeah, as of right now, we're capped out. I do have a couple slated, ready to go. I think Ernesto hooked me up with 16 of them. So I don't know that I'll ever even grow to where I can use all 16 at one time, but we'll see. I mean, given that Java dropped 5, that 10th slot might be being unlocked soon. Chevals. So on my trial stream, I believe it was 2 weeks ago today, I did not have international shipping enabled. And as of today, as I speak, I do not have international shipping enabled. I have it on my to-do list for tomorrow morning. I can't make any promises because there's a couple like loose ends I need to tie up, and there's a couple things I need to look into and verify. But I do intend to have international shipping. I'll probably make it something like $10. I had a lot of people reach out to me about being careful about certain things when you do rip and ships through a Shopify website. A lot of people said, do not enable credit cards. Do not enable Shopify Pay. I probably will follow that advice. As of right now, I only have payment, PayPal as a payment processor, as a payment option. And I think I'll stay that way because I heard a lot of people mention, and again, I appreciate everyone who reached out and gave me all that advice and let me know. But a lot of people said that Shopify does not get along well with rip and ships. So I'll probably leave PayPal as the only payment option. And I will look into though for like $10 because when I ship domestic, I'll always ship it tracked. I pay like $4 to ship it domestic. I think that'll probably be about 14 to cover most places internationally. It might be a learning curve. I might end up enabling it. Like I know when I did the MetaZoo stream, I opened that up to anybody worldwide, and I had a couple people buy boxes, and I spent like $80 to ship a $140 box, which at the end of the day, like I only lost a little bit of money given how low I paid for that as a partner. But yeah, I just want to ensure that I don't have any big issue with it. And I also don't want to hit people with import fees and this and that. But some of that will come up though. Some of that will come up, and I'll just have to play it by ear and learn as I go, I guess. Professor Birch says, when doing auctions, how do you decide on your starting bid price for higher end slabs? These are literally the first auctions I've done in over a year. I never intend to do auctions on my eBay for my business, for my own business. The only time it'll be is if a consigner that has a buy now consignment requests to send it to auction. I'll do it. But me personally, I'm a guy who says if you're going to auction it, you auction it the real way. 1 cent, no reserve, run it 7 days, run it 10 days, however you want to run it, whatever duration. But you just run it. True auction, let the market decide. I would never auction, personally, anything super high end. I mean, I sold my #1 trophy fairly recently. Buy it now. I've sold Art Academies. Buy it now. I've sold everything. Buy it now. I just can't really stomach. There are certain items, and maybe there will be someday where I have a really high-end item that I send to Heritage or to Golden or to PWCC. But as of right now, I have no inventory that I'm not comfortable selling myself. The #1 Pikachu was the highest, kind of scariest thing to ship and sell, and that sale is done and closed and over with. So me personally, it's all buy it nows. And if it's auctions, it's 1 cent auctions, and that's it. That's my strategy personally. Speaking of celebrations, how many times has base set Blastoise been reprinted? Well, you had base set. I mean, I don't know if you want to count first edition, Shadowless, Unlimited, and then you got fourth print, UK variant, 1990 to 2000, and then you've got is the next one the Plasma Storm, or am I missing one in between? Because like Charizard got Legendary Collection, and then it got the theme deck, non-holo, and then it got Evolutions. No, Blastoise wasn't in Evolutions, right? The Blastoise holo. But I think just Plasma Storm and then Celebrations after all the base set, and then the base set too, naturally. Yeah, I'd love to see Mewtwo. I'm sure Ancient Mew loves to see Mewtwo. Falling behind in chat as I always do. Squeak says, just as I'm getting ready to pack orders, yes, 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 yes. Live streams they slow me down a little bit. Usually I engage in chat too much. They make me less efficient, but live streams are the best for packing background noise. I just jumped to the bottom. Wow, I am a lot further behind chat than I would have expected. I'm gonna try catching up. Can you pre-grade a card for me? I don't really do pre-grades. I never really have done middlemaning. I would suggest posting it on a forum, on a Facebook group, on a Discord group. People will do the best they can. Pictures are not great though. No one will ever give you a super accurate pre-grade for a photo. It's just tough. You can't see everything. Brandon Baker says, just FYI, I guess, you need to opt in to be able to receive a gifted membership. I don't know that will be a frequent thing. Appreciate you, Java Akuma, for dropping those. But yeah, I guess you have to opt into that. I don't know how that works. Cheval's dropping the Sorry Earth. That was one of my favorite ones. I think Ernesto did great with the Sorry Earth. Nice little bit of a, not really a catchphrase, but a little phrase that was born out of the Pokeflips podcast, actually, when we had Sam and James on. Let's see. Danazar and Swag Daddy dropping their Squirrel Squads. Fancy Star Gang. Basic, you came in 12 minutes ago. I don't think you missed much. Just me talking about memberships, talking about Crown Zenith live stream tomorrow. Every set is best set at some point, and Squeak says cap best set when evolving exists. Pokenomics still going with Darkness Ablaze as the greatest set of all time. Darkness Ablaze, the GOAT. Brandon Baker had to get on PC to join. Then Brad, the Zard Hunter, joined from mobile. So I don't know. Maybe it depends on Apple versus Android. Maybe it depends on if you're in the app or if you're in the browser. I have no idea. Cheval says Fossil was the best set ever. Pokenomics says, I will give 5 free subs if you open Darkness Ablaze. I don't think I have any Darkness Ablaze handy. Well, probably like outside of the office. Jake is familiar with the setup. because he explored it quite a bit the night he was here. We ripped everything in sight. Good thing I didn't have those when he was here. Otherwise, we would have ripped like $1,000 magic pack and got nothing. Can you claim shipping on taxes or eBay fees? I'm assuming you're talking about like tax advice, of which I do not give. But if you sell an item, like a very theoretical example, say you sell an item for $100. Just, I mean, this card I think is worth more than $100. Say you sell a card for $100 that you bought for 80. Your gross profit is 20 because you paid 100. You paid 80. You sold it for 100. So your gross profit is 20. But then your net profit, what you actually functionally profit, you subtract off the cost of all the packing supplies, the cost of eBay fees, the cost of, and at the end of the day, like if you buy an item for 80 and sell it for 100 on eBay, you might come to find that you actually lost money or you broke even at best. Your net profit might be zero, selling an $80 purchase for 100. So yeah, you don't really claim it. You have a 1099 for your gross sales. You subtract off all basically your expenses, cost of goods sold, and then you pay taxes on your net profits at the end of the year. Consult with a professional, but that's very vaguely how it works. um, let's see. I've not graded really any. I've graded UFO and Seance with CGC set cards, and then I've graded a few not one off, but like I've graded maybe only a couple hundred MetaZoo cards with PSA so far. Once PSA gets to 10 to 12, if they get there again, I'll probably start grading more MetaZoo. But as of right now, I just have so much Pokemon I need to work through and other backlog to take care of. Consult with your tax professional on whether or not you can claim the YouTube membership as a tax write-off. Pokenomics making financial advice of Darkness Ablaze being undervalued. Can I buy an ETB and then cancel it if I don't like the pulls? Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I can show you. Well, if people want to see it, I did rip an ETB just before the stream, just to take a first look at Crown Zenith and to again time myself to get an idea, ballpark of how many I can sell tomorrow to open on stream. I think it took me like 4 minutes, so I should be able to do like 15 an hour. If I'm streaming for I should be able to sell like 30 ETBs tomorrow. One thing I'm contemplating doing, I don't know how quick they'll sell out. I might drop like 10 ETBs today. So during the stream today at some point, I don't know how many people actually have interest. I think I'm going to do 50 shipped. I know P Football Pete, when I started the stream, was at like $49.95 on eBay. Maybe I'll just throw in like some other booster pack to open with it. Let me see what I was hoping P Football Pete would be like 52. I always want to be cheapest on market because I'm keeping the bulk, I'm keeping the sleeves. I'll either have to do like 45, or maybe what I'll do, I'll probably do one celebrations pack and the Crown Zenith ETB tomorrow for 50 shipped. Hits only. I keep the code cards, I keep the sleeves, I keep the dice, everything like that. You get all the reverse hollows, all the hollows and above. You get the Lucario V-Star promo that comes with it. But yeah, I don't know how quickly, if I were to drop all 30, if they would all just sell out quick. I kind of want to allow people to... I need to look into that on Shopify. There's probably a way to make it so like one person can't buy them all. I don't know that someone would, but I'd rather be able to get like more people buying them, maybe limit it to 2 each or something like that. I appreciate you, Pokenomics. I have no way to highlight the message again. I guess unless I go to this view and then you can see it right there. But Pokenomics just dropped 5 gifted memberships. Appreciate you, Jake, for that. But yeah, I still need to look at some of the back-end Shopify stuff. I do intend to sell about 30 ETBs tomorrow if there's interest for it. Maybe I only end up streaming for 15 minutes because no one wants to buy anything. But I think ripping ships of Crown Zenith for 50 with a free celebrations pack as well. Again, hits only. I keep the bulk. I think those will sell though. Shipping included, plus 10 for international. That's what it'll be. Manga capitalizing on the financial advice. Let's see. I appreciate you, Pokestone. I've done my best with the lighting. I got Elgato lights all over the place. I love the strip lights. How I've got that one set to like sunrise right now. Then there's like a rainbow one where they just cycle colors. It's really really cool to be able to do all that. And I want to get better with it. Doing the live streams, I kind of want to make it like a bit of a show. I'm not going to be the over the top super hype guy opening the packs, but I'm going to try to make it at least as visually pleasing as possible. PokeKid, I know as far as what sets are included in the reprint, Danny Fanta made a video where he talked about it, so I would check out his video. I do not remember the sets off the top of my head. I didn't watch the video yet. I will watch the video probably tomorrow, but somebody mentioned it in chat, and I think somebody mentioned it in Discord. Let's see. Did you see the Burn Tower BGS Gold Label 10 sell for 4,200? Recent PSA 10 selling for mid 2,000. I had two PSA 10s several months back that I sold for like 4 and 5K, I believe. I was selling 9s for like 1,500. I don't think they're at the point where I'm going to contemplate picking one back up because I actually have a CGC 9.5 of that card and a PSA 9, I think. But I love that card though. I love that card. I'll probably always retain one in my collection, but 10s for mid 2000s, not at my buy point yet, I guess. Cheval's waiting for Team Up reprint. Let's see. G1T Landon, Celebrations is underwhelming. Fair. I mean, not everyone likes it. I'm a big fan though. I understand some people don't like the logo on the art box and things like that, but I'm a fan. I think it's a good recap of the 25-year history. Let's see. Tachibana forgot their question. I'll be here for the next hour if you can think of it. Man, you guys are way too generous. The Zard Hunter just dropped 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate you, the Zard Hunter. Again, the only way I can really highlight it is to go into this mode, and then you kind of see it there over on the right. I appreciate you. Enjoy the emojis, everyone who was just gifted a membership. I mean, at some point, we're going to run out of non-members in the chat, right? At some point, we've only got 88 people in here, and we're going to run out of non-members to get the gifts. I don't know what happens with that. I don't think we'll find it. I've seen that on Twitch, though. I used to watch a little bit more Twitch. I used to watch some competitive Fortnite, but there'd be people dropping, like, in the big streams, there'd be 500 people, 1,000 people watching, and it's like you do the math on it, and somebody just gifted 500 subs or 1,000 subs. Like, where do they go if everyone's a member? I don't know how they do that, but let's see. Duval says sell Evolving Skies now. They will reprint it until 2025. They might not. He threw the nice cash grab emote in the hand there. Did they have Donphin Prime in Celebrations? No, I say how much I like the set, and I don't even remember. Maybe they did. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That was the binder. So that wasn't in the set itself, right? It was a promo, if I remember correctly. That was the one that came with the bind. Am I remembering that wrong? That might have been a Dragapult that came with the binder. I'm all mixed up. Yeah, Dragapult does look like a prime. So I believe, yeah, I was probably wrong there. 15 minutes later, I'm realizing I was wrong. Let's see. I don't have a Zelle. I don't know how Zelle is with ripping chips. PayPal is fairly ubiquitous. I'll probably just stick with PayPal. I apologize to anyone who doesn't have a PayPal, but I can't really justify adding Zelle just for this, especially if they might not get along well with ripping chips. I've heard that PayPal works well, though, so I'll probably just stick with that. Java asks, if you think something is undervalued but also unproven in the market, is it better to buy out before or after trying to grade and sell to test the market? Some amount of it comes down to your risk tolerance. Um, if you think something's undervalued but also unproven in the market, so like you're establishing the market. I'm trying to think. Is it like a super niche play? Almost like it almost feels like it's an old maid type thing. I think old maid cards were printed so heavily, and probably whatever niche thing you're looking at is printed heavier than you realize. So you might find that buying out the market isn't really that possible. But yeah, like the whole poker card thing, the deck successfully went from what, $10 to $100 plus. It all depends on your risk tolerance. If it's highly popular species and you can get a low enough cost basis, the risk is fairly low. Like when people were buying old maid decks at $5-6 a piece, when people were buying, some people might be mad when I say this, but Uno decks at $5-6 a piece. I've actually been selling Uno singles on my eBay for the past few months, and I think PSA might be grading them now. So I'm sure that race to the bottom play is engaged for a handful of people as we speak. But yeah, like I don't think you're gonna buy out all the Uno decks. I could be completely off here. It might be some completely different kind of play. But these are the things I would think about, like how niche is the play? How quick can it get blown up? If and when other people start doing it, how quick can they race it to the bottom and kill the whole margin? If your cost basis is low enough, though, it doesn't really matter. I mean, some of these crazy niche plays, people buy $200 worth of decks and they sell their first two PSA 10s for $200 a piece, and they're in the profit, they're in the green, everything else is gravy. Jake says, how expensive does a Pokemon card need to get before it will never come down in value? Very, very dangerous question. everything can come down in value. So yeah, I know Jake is asking that very much as a meme, but Basic always said that break cards are the new legendary collection reverses. The Never Punished podcast name dropped break cards last night. Are break cards about to moon? I don't know, but you should invest early if you think they are. I never understood the hate. I'm not a huge fan of them, but some people like hate them too much. It's one of those funny things. Kind of neat. I remember back in the day when they came out, Breakpoint, Breakthrough, that era. I got a lot of the error ones. I remember one of the collection boxes actually had where it was intended to be shown like this way, and then the Pokeball would face a certain way, but some of them were printed the other way. I don't remember exactly what it came from, but I remember that being kind of a neat. I'm not a huge error guy. Somewhere, though, I should have one of each stashed away in my collection. The right one and then the error one. Just an interesting little memory that I have around break cards. Squeaks Game World says, when you say Shopify doesn't play well with rip and ships, do you mean like chargebacks or that the platform doesn't like them? I heard that the platform doesn't like them. Squeaks, if you want to DM me, I forget who it was that told me. More than one person. More than one person when I talked about opening up to Shopify Pay. More than one person told me. And maybe it was just a symptom of 2020. They even gave me this kind of like preface. They gave the disclaimer that like maybe you would be fine today, but they did it during 2020 on their Shopify websites. They had so many chargebacks, they had so many issues that Shopify like canceled them. They canceled their entire, like, we will no longer process payments for your website because it's a high risk category. So maybe it was just a chargeback thing. Maybe if you do it properly in your community the right way and have a low chargeback rate, maybe it's all good. But I guess I would inquire, again, DM me. I can put you in touch with who let me know about that. I forget exactly who it was, but it was more than one person. So that's what I was told. I don't know how valid it is for today, but as far as I see, like PayPal is something I already use. If I don't need to go through the whole process of setting up Shopify payments, I guess I'm going to take that route for now until I hear otherwise. Oops. Wow, I am way behind on chat. You guys are lighting it up with all the emotes. What's the Moonbriana Crown Zenith? I haven't opened hardly any. I literally opened one. I haven't really kept up on. I haven't watched rips. I try to not, and I haven't looked at the whole set list in the thing here. I like to just experience the set for the first time. So I guess I'll find out. Hopefully I'll pull it tomorrow. Everyone spams so he never catches up. Must be people are listening to Panga. Pokestone says the emoji thing is adding a lot of no content to the number of comments. I think that's the way live chats go a lot of times. I don't think we're ever gonna have PokeRev level numbers in here, 1,000 comments. But yeah, like you ever go to a Twitch live stream, they just love their emotes, they love it. Uh, I guess if you're looking to engage in super well thought out conversation, it's not the greatest for that. But I guess to an extent, it is what it is at this point. I don't know what more to say there. How much Crown Zenith are you opening, if any? I'm opening none for like singles. The only stuff I'm gonna open is for tomorrow for like rip and ships. So whatever I can open in my 2.5 hour span. The Zard Hunter appreciating the emojis. Wilt Chamberlain says, how would you price a first to market PSA 10 of a modern set? For example, a hit from Crown Zenith auction, price it high or some other way. That's the only time. I'm not making the play lately, but that's the only time where I think there would be merit. If I was literally the first one to eBay, no sold listings, no active listings, I might do a 1-day auction, 1-day 1 cent auction, and just advertise it on YouTube, advertise it on Instagram, and let it go. If someone already has one listed as an auction, I'll just, it's all profit, right? It's all profit, and I try to not be too greedy. Like when I did the special delivery Charizard play, they had already auctioned at 1,500, 1,200, 1,000, 900, 800. I set mine to like 800 buy it now, and then 700 buy it now, and I took 675. So it all depends on if I'm actual first to market, I might auction, but if I'm second, third, fourth, I might just buy it now slightly at or below last sold and just move it. Hot potato, get rid of it. It's not a play I like doing that much though. How would you say CGC grading performed through 2022? I think great. I think all grading companies have problems with them. There's the grapes I have with CGC, but overall, like they scaled up their business, they cleared the backlog, and I think they're doing good business. I think they're making a lot of money. And I like the product. I like the case a lot. Will Crown Zenith be the next Hidden Fates? No, I think it'll be the first Crown Zenith. I don't know exactly what that means. I have a feeling for what it means. Will it be like stonking, super stonking, hard to find? Could be. I have no idea. I have no idea how much they printed. I have no idea if we'll get caught up in all that craze and hype and FOMO. Hopefully not. Honestly, hopefully it doesn't stonk so hard. Hopefully it's a solid product that people enjoy, that people have access to, and hopefully in a few years it's worth more than it is today. Right? That's my goal for a good product release. Yeah, PSA's flying through the $15. I had my grades just hit. Professor Birch, welcome to the membership. Enjoy your emotes and badge. I still don't think I'm gonna lose the Collecticon bet. I thought you were talking about the PSA grading bet at first. I don't think PSA will open $10 grading this year. I think I'm still gonna win that bet against James, but I'm quite confident in my section beating Nick's section. How well are your Naruto, DBZ, etc. graded cards selling? Very poorly overall. I think DBS is kind of like declining fairly heftily. I think overall, I paid a great price for that collection, and I think I'll do great with it. But I just sent out 20% offers last night on all my Dragon Ball Super and Naruto cards. A handful of them sold. A handful, well, one or two had sold before that. I've probably, out of the $25,000 collection, I've maybe gotten 3,000 back. But I have $20,000 worth of listings. Clearly, they're too high because they're not selling. So at some point, I might have to like drastically lower those prices to get them to move. I have all the other non DBZ, and I'm actually slowly starting to unbinder those so that I can just start moving them. I've had them be there. Half the binders are still behind my computer desk. Like I'm touching my binders right now. 20 of them right there. 20 are already getting like pulled out of the binder so that I can sell them. I'm gonna be reaching out soon to a few of the people that messaged me back when I made the videos on the Gundam and the things like that, just to try to get things moved. Some of the Weiss, some of the Vanguard. I just need to. I was contemplating, do I want to go through these, grade the hits? I just don't have the time. I need to get things moving. And it's not about like I think the prices are going to crash. It's not about like I think I'm going to lose money on the play on the buy overall. It's just they've literally been sitting here for 2 months and there's no end in sight to like when I can get to them. Poking Knowledge says nice. I wonder if that was me talking about a potential play, or if that was Jake dropping the emojis. I don't know. Let's see. Where does Dan's face end and the beard begin? Phantom was saying the info he shared came from his distributors. Yeah, I would think Danny Phantom has a way better, bigger and better relationship with his distributors than I do. So his information would be much more valid. I have none. I haven't heard yet what the sets are that I'll be getting access to. Dan, are those coins on the top left shelf? Yeah, up there, right about here. Those are 25th anniversary. Pokemon Center sold them. Just a set of 9 coins, one for each generation. So, sorry, 9 coins, 8 for one for each generation, with the 3 starters each, and then one just being like Pikachu, and then the 25th anniversary logo for it. I'm a coin guy back in the day, so I had to buy it. How do you feel about people opening and reselling the play Pokemon packs? Kind of sad how people profit off it. I that's a weird take to me. I don't understand people. That's capitalism, right? If I have something that I don't want or the market values more than me, I sell it. I don't understand how it's weird that people sell things they don't want. If you're talking about LGS is selling them that they were supposed to give out, that's wrong. But as far as I understand, like, I mean, if somebody goes to an event, if a player goes to an event and gets prize support and, oh, I don't want this pack, like, I already have my whole deck, I already have everything I want, I'm going to pop it on eBay for 15 or 20 bucks. There's nothing wrong with that. That's not hurting anybody. That's not, if and when LGSs are like not distributing for free product that they're intended to. Like, I get LGS kits from MetaZoo. I'm going to be doing a video Saturday advertising Queen MetaZoo's tournament next Saturday. I gave her all, like, not all of my product, but I gave her a bunch of my product to distribute as prize pool because I don't have like an actual LGS. I'm just an online guy. So when I do my pre-release streams of MetaZoo, I give out LGS promos that I get with the booster boxes that people buy. And then like if Queen MetaZoo reached out to me, hey, do you want to sponsor this tournament? And it was perfect because I had all these LGS kits of free product intended to give away, intended to support the community, and that's what I forward them along to. And if I were to take those and sell it, yeah, I just that's not the ideal way to go. So the whole play Pokemon packs, again, I think the ideal way is they get distributed as intended. But I don't know though. Like I don't have a relationship with Pokemon where I get those for free. If Pokemon gives them to an LGS and they says do with them what you see fit, then LGSs could actually sell them. I wouldn't think that was an issue if Pokemon didn't say that. Like, if Pokemon says, though, these are to be given out at league events for free, then yeah, you shouldn't violate your agreement with Pokemon, right? Like, that's where I'm at on it. It's like an episode of Oprah right now. You get a membership. You get a membership. If everyone's special, then no one's special. Yeah, I used to play Fortnite. So I like Old Skool RuneScape. I play Old Skool RuneScape periodically. I like watching anything that I play. I used to play football when I was growing up, basketball, a lot of different sports. I enjoy watching things that I enjoy playing. I enjoy watching them at the highest level. So to watch like competitive Fortnite, I enjoyed playing it. It was cool to see it played at the highest level. It was a couple year span where I was watching and playing. Let's see. David Asplin says, might not be a question regarding card market, but why do you like Pokemon? As in, what made you enjoy it so much when you first started watching the anime slash playing the games? I think the progression, tying into old school RuneScape, the progression, the leveling up, just the characters were cool. I mean, at the age I was, the thought of a fire breathing dragon, Charizard, not actually being a dragon, right? Flying fire type. But the progression of it, the reward, the benefit you get, the dopamine hit you get when your Charmander levels up, when your Pikachu levels up, when you get those gym badges, just the way that the game is built was really intriguing to me, and similar to old school RuneScape, it worked, it hit, and now it ties into all that nostalgia, and that's why and how I got into Pokemon. What Kanto-mon do you want to see a regional variant of? I'm not crazy. The regional variants are cool. Alolan Vulpix and Hisuian Growlithe, and there's a lot of them. I don't think anyone is necessarily needing them. I don't know if Retro's saying he has a video on what Kanto Pokemon he... I don't know what he has a video dropping on today, but go check out Retrospecs. He has a video dropping today of something. But yeah, what Pokemon do I want a regional variant of? I don't really know. I'm not super creative. I'm not the creative type, so I'll leave that up to them, and I'm sure I'll enjoy whatever they come up with. Java says pretty much would be establishing the graded market, but it's an old TCG. It's all about risk tolerance, I guess. BK says shut up. That, yeah. People saying it in chat. Sorry, PK. I helped a friend evaluate a collection, and he gave me his bulk, which was all from WotC era and early EX era sets. What do you think would be better, sell as a lot or as singles? All depends on if you have the time. The way to get the most money out of it would be to sell it all yourself on TCG Player. The way to get money quickest would be to wholesale bulk it out to someone like Nick, Old Skool Pokemon. Do you have time? Do you want to make 15, 20 bucks an hour sorting it, selling it yourself? Or do you want to just get money all at once? That's fully a personal decision, but those are the best ways to go about it. Let's see. Have you looked into selling MetaZoo through Amazon FBA? Since buyers are less price averse on there, I think you'd do well. I've never looked into it. I don't think I will. I've heard a lot of not great things about Amazon FBA. Interesting idea though, given the low cost basis I get it for. I still think the difference between how I guess I don't know how many people would be looking for it on Amazon, and if and when they were, I guess there's someone bigger that would just like cut me out of it probably. I don't know. Thank you, Jake. Looks like he gifted 5 more. Appreciate you, Jake. Dropping the 5 gifted memberships. Man, I'm gonna try to catch up. I keep saying. Cheval said, I started watching PK and got to his videos about making money grading commons with GMA, so I invested most of my savings trying to make that play. Let's see how it goes. Good luck, Chevals. I'm sure that's a meme. I think PK did make that play, though, back in 2020, and it worked out then. I don't think it would work out today. Question for Dan, thoughts on no PC 23? I probably will add less than 5 cards to my PC this year if I had to just completely speculate and guess. Probably cards that have a connection for me, cards that I open at an event or something like that. So I'm a participant of no PC 23, although I might violate it for a few cards. Maybe I add nothing though. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Jake says, I started grading with GMA because PSA was too inconsistent. Let's see. What do you think about Green Chiz saying Collecticon gone in 2.5 years? I commented on the video and I upvoted his thing because I want to hear him defend that bad take. I think he's wrong. But who knows? I'd be interested to hear him elaborate, so hopefully he will. I think Collecticon will be around 3 years from now and potentially into the future. always a good time. Lots of emotes in chat. I appreciate all you. Basic says everyone FOMO into emotes now. Yeah, Basic, when's the next 12-hour stream? Basic, when's the first 24-hour stream? The Pokemon world needs it. Has Pokemon announced an ultra premium collection for Crown Zenith? Not as far as I know. John says, not a question, but I remember hearing from past streams you live near or something to the upstate. I currently live in Syracuse. That's why my eBay store is called Q's Cards and Games. I live like 45 minutes from Syracuse. So yeah, I'm real close. I fly out of Syracuse most of the time. Sometimes Albany's better, but I usually fly out of Syracuse to the Collecticon conventions. Lorcana expectations. My expectation is that a lot of people will stonk the crap out of it. Whether they will make money or not, I have no idea. I know that Disney will probably make a lot of money. I know that the distributors distributing it will make a lot of money. I know that the platforms selling it, Rolling Toads, if they do it, eBay, they'll make a lot of money. And I think a lot of people will get burned one way or another. I think a lot of people will lose money, but a lot of people will make money too. It's a zero-sum game when you look at it that way. The money will be transferred, money will move hands. Whose hands it'll move into and out of, I don't really know. If my distributors carry it, I'll dabble in it to some extent. I like Disney. My wife's a very big fan of Disney. So I might interact with it some if I have wholesale access. If I don't, I might buy like a box or two just for fun to open as a consumer. I'm not going to make a huge play though on it from the open market if my distributors don't carry it for sure. Tonga says Southern is carrying Lorcana. I don't work with Southern, so Super Saiyan TCG. I only have the first batch of DBZ score listed on eBay. I did get one batch back from BGS, but I do have another batch out. I sent that one at like the lowest tier. That might be months still. I have no idea. But yeah, my eBay has the higher end stuff that came in the first batch. Okay. Does Charmander, me, do I still think that Griddle Greaser Pete is the most Quaxley Medizu character? Yes, I think Griddle Greaser Pete. I mean, Bigfoot's my favorite, and then Griddle Greaser Pete is like my second, probably. Southern's a distributor, yeah. Speaking of going to the moon, honest opinion on the moon landing. There's no room for opinions in a fact-based thing. We landed on the moon in 1969. And more after that. I know I just listened this morning to Rudy have a video on answering dangerous questions or something. It's crazy to think that that might be a dangerous thing to say on YouTube and that is a slightly political / debated topic. But we landed on the moon, people. We landed on the moon in 1969. How much will the Lorcana UPC sell for? Too much. It'll be funny if they made one. My friend working at distro said they don't have anything confirmed. Danny Phantom said the same thing, but one distro is supposedly saying Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars, Astral Radiance, Lost Origin, and Silver Tempest. I understand it. I understand the YouTube game, and I understand that that's the way the clicks work and all that, but I wish they'd just wait to make until there's like actual news, right? Like, okay, here that's what the news is. That's what news is today. It's like this might happen, these might be printed. So we don't know for sure, but these might happen. We'll make 15 more videos between now and then speculating further on before we get like actual confirmed information, but that's the way it goes. Do I recycle? Yes, I do recycle. I need to. You're welcome, Earth. I see you dropped the sorry Earth there. The amount of packaging supplies in Pokemon is pretty disgusting. Not just Pokemon. I mean, Metazoo cards in general. All the plastic we use, it's crazy. I did recycle all the 300 slabs that I cracked back in July. Kai asked, can you rip me 2,000 celebrations packs? I only have 1,000, so I cannot rip you 2,000 celebrations packs. But I'm trying to get 1,000 more, so maybe soon. Let's see. I'm almost caught up, 10 minutes behind. Pokemon Squad on RuneLite. Yeah, I want to do in the Pokenomics Discord, we have a gaming channel that frequently old school RuneScape is a topic of discussion, and I absolutely want to do some Pokenomics raids at some point. Haven't set them up yet. How do you find all this inventory for your online shop and old binders, etc.? Would love to hear you either here or at Pokeflips go into depth with stuff like that. 8 years I've been in the hobby, 9 years now, I guess 2023. 9 years of buying on eBay, Craigslist. Craigslist was more back in the day. eBay was more back in the day. These days I have people reach out to me. This binder collection, the $48,000 binder collection between DBZ, Naruto, all that stuff, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. That person came into my DMs. They were sent to me by someone in a Discord. And more and more today, people find me, which is great. It lowers my time of sourcing because people just find me, collections find me. But PWCC, Heritage, Golden, eBay, wholesale distribution, it's all over the place. Over the years, it's shifted over time, that breakdown, and I'll touch on that in videos. I have a video coming out Monday that will be kind of a recap of my last 10 years of selling on eBay, how it all breaks down. Maybe I'll talk a little bit about the buying side too. It's not members only questions. Anyone can ask questions. A lot of the questions I'm answering are from members because it just seems like a lot of the active portion of chat just happens to be members, but I am not gating having your having your questions answered behind the membership. If and when it gets to where my stream is about to end and there's like 10 questions that I can't get to and one happens to be a member, I will probably slightly prioritize members because they actually are paying. But yeah, it's not necessary to have your questions answered to be a member. Question, I want emotes, but I don't want to. Support Dan. Perfectly valid. You have, I mean, there is the little reaction thing. You have a lot of free ones. That you probably have, how many are there? You probably have 1,000 different emotes for free. And if you pay 99 cents, you only get 9 new ones. So as far as the value goes, all the free emotes, all the free content out there, and then paying 99 cents a month, you only unlock 9 more. Like that's probably not the greatest value, to be honest, if I'm being honest. So I don't take any offense if you don't support through the membership. Let's see. How do you feel about the Japanese 151 set coming this year? Kind of sounds like a better Evolutions. I'm a Kanto guy. I'm a Pokemon Yellow guy. I'm a Kanto Johto. So I love the idea. I love the idea of more. I know some people get like, oh, they always do Kanto. They do too much of it. Give me more of it. I think it sounds great. I'm going to get caught up. I'm going to get caught up. Let's see. Jake says he has to run, drops 10 gifted memberships and then runs. Appreciate you, Jake. Thanks for stopping in. Can you make it so 1 in every 100 memberships hits a chase and has a shinier name badge and even more emotes? I don't think they have that feature, but that would be great. That would be loved in the PokeTube space. Let's see. With the new alt arts leaked today, can we talk about how the alt art cards might get very inflated? Like even the Sword Shield ones might drop a lot because Pokemon just goes, everyone needs an alt art. Artists are gonna art. I'm not familiar with what alt arts leaked today. I did see someone talking in Discord about some subset of cards, maybe trainer galleries or some kind of gallery cards being referred to as alt arts. Were they alt arts or not? Kind of semantics. Artists are going to continue making beautiful art though, and if you worry about your investments or whatever because of that, I would be cautious, I guess, because they're always going to continue making more beautiful art, I think. Saw there will be a UPC for Scarlet and Violet, or is that old news already? I don't think I've heard that, so I guess that's new news to me. If everyone's doing it, run the other way. Everyone's talking about, yeah, it needs to be mentioned. Good call. Where's Mr. Walrus? Someone needs to check up on him if anyone's got his phone number, hit him up on Discord. Surprised we haven't seen him yet. Must be busy working today or something. The Yeah, I largely agreed with Rudy's take on politics. I'm a very apolitical person. I think way too many people wrap themselves up in it, and yeah, it's just a weird thing. Java says, I'll soon be consigning a space in a comic book shop. Really excited. Do you think that distributors will see that as a valid brick and mortar situation? If I had to guess, I would guess no. I'm not entirely sure though. I think a lot of them require an address, maybe some pictures. I know even back at the time that I got into distribution, some of the wholesalers, the distributors, as far as I know, only dealt with like Magic. You can only get MetaZoo. You can only get if you're brick and mortar. But I think there are some distributors themselves that only deal with brick and mortar, like maybe ACD or Alliance maybe. And I believe they required like you send a picture of your actual location. Maybe some will though. If they do, that'll probably be like the next thing. Like I know that there are not really comic shops around me, but I know that there are like antique shops around me. Some of them have people selling like old sports cards that are worth nothing. If I could just go get a booth in an antique shop for $100 a month or whatever it is, some of them are really cheap. I think I could just do that and then get access to Magic, get access to like all these things. I don't think that would work, but who knows? I mean, probably going to be 110 people going and trying it later today or tomorrow. So you got to be the first one doing it. See. How do I make money while sometimes forgetting to put socks on? I'm not wearing socks currently. Not wearing pants, but I am wearing shorts. My normal attire is a t-shirt, gym shorts, and no socks. I'm usually wearing like flip-flops around my office. Max comfort. Let's see. Have you heard about the lost city of Atlantis being pretty much confirmed found? Bright Insight has some awesome video about it recently. He was on Joe Rogan. I've not heard about that. See, Pokestone has a lobster. That's not one of the membership ones. That's just a free one. Where's Mason? He's probably prepping. I think he's doing a live stream very late tonight. I think he's gonna stream into the release of Crown Zenith. So go check out cardinalgaming.com if you want to pre-order some rips for tomorrow's release. When aliens land, what TCG will they be into? I would hope Pokemon. A little late, but thoughts on the extended cycle of Seance and MetaZoo, a 7-month intermediary period before native is really long for TCGs, but I feel it might be good for competitive. Seen to develop since they're investing so much into the towers. I'm not big on the competitive side. It is a long time between Seance and native. But yeah, I don't really know. I don't have much insight to add what that will do to the competitive scene, but it is an interesting thought because it is the biggest gap between two sets they've had so far, I think. Let's see. DMI on the pants and socks, bro. Bearish on socks. I hate socks. I'm almost caught up in chat. Do you think the financial barrier to entry to the hobby has become too high for the hobby? Elaborate, Cameron. Do you think the financial barrier to entry has become too high for the hobby? You can still you can buy most of the chase cards from a set, alt arts aside. You can, like, I pulled this EVV this morning from Crown Zenith. If I had to guess, this will be less than a $2 card. I don't know what it's pre-selling for right now. I would not recommend buying cards at release, singles, But there are so many beautiful V cards, V Star cards, sub $5. You can buy so many different sets packs for sub $4, sub $5. I think the financial barrier to entry is very low to just get in, rip some packs, buy some singles, enjoy the hobby. So I don't know, unless you're talking about getting into distribution or something. Maybe that's what you're talking about, and I think that's more valid. But let's see. I'm going to quickly show a consignment that I mentioned I'd show like an hour ago now. I'm streaming for the next 20 minutes. I'm going to just hang out with chat and stream for the next 20 minutes. I will be streaming tomorrow from 12:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. I still need to get a thumbnail. Hopefully Ernesto will hit me up with a thumbnail at some point so that I don't have to make my own. We'll see how that goes, but I'm going to do a live stream tomorrow, ripping Crown Zenith ETBs behind me. I should be able to rip 25 to 30. I'm going to do $50 a piece, shipped to you, hits only, with Celebrations pack included. So, yeah, with that, I'm going to quickly show this consignment. First Black Label card I've ever held. I've never graded one myself. I've never owned one. It's a Hisuian Zoroark V-Star from Dark Phantasma. Not like the biggest hit card ever, but it's still cool to see. I mean, the Black Label definitely hits in person. Never held one in hand. Cool to see. That's available on my eBay. All these ones, if you're interested, code IW1 on my eBay. Search that and you'll find all these cards. Cool filler card that I've never owned before. I mean, I don't own this one either. It's only a consignment, but just the consignment service is cool. Have things pass through my hands that I've never owned before. And then a lot of cool PSA 10 set cards. A lot of mid-era, EX era, hollows, reverse hollows, things like that. Cool stuff to see. I actually have one of these in my own store. And then I also have this consignment one. Couple reverse hollows from Fire Red and Leaf Green. Fire Red and Leaf Green was one of the sets where it didn't have the set name on it for the reverse hollow. Like this is just a common card. So typically it wouldn't be hollow. This is the reverse hollow, but Fire Red and Leaf Green didn't have the set name like a lot of them did. PSA 10 Hitmonchan EX. This is the World Championships version. So this is not the Crystal Guardian version of Jirachi. It's got the non-hollow silver border. It's got the World Championships back, but a cool little variant maybe for Jirachi species collectors. Victini black and white era full art, and then a very, very miscut. It got the 9 miss MC designation. Very, very miscut. You can actually see part of the next card. Part of the next card on the front. That's why it gets the miscut designation. So yeah, if you're interested in those, code IW1 on my store. If you're interested in the auctions, let me show those again quickly. All these auctions are ending this Sunday on my eBay. Code AM1. So yeah, there's all those. And now for the last 17 minutes of chat, I'm going to do my best. Chat has been pretty active today. I appreciate everyone hanging out. Makes the day and the stream go by quicker. But yeah, there was a PSA 10 melodic. It wasn't the EX Swami. It was just the let me find it again. It's just the regular melodic hollow from Hidden Legends. There is a melodic EX. I think that's Crystal Guardians, isn't it? Melodic EX, or maybe it's from Emerald. I don't remember what set it's from. There is a super low pop melodic EX. The actual silver border old school EX. That one's super low pop. I don't know what it's going for today, but no, it's just the hollow from a set, not the actual Chase EX. Let's see. Dan, how much of the chat did you skip? I think I hit all the questions. I could have missed some, but I'm doing my best to scroll through and catch all the questions. It helps if you tag me. I should mention that more often. If you tag me and then ask your question and make sure that there's question marks in it, it's easier to find. If you ask a question with no punctuation, no question mark, and you don't tag me, which very few people do, but it makes it easier for me to accidentally miss it. So I never intentionally skip anything, unless it's just a complete meme question that's not valid, not real. Not valid, but yeah, not real. But yeah, let me continue on with chat. I think what I'm going to do right before I end stream in about 5 or 10 minutes, I'm going to on Shopify just to give access to people, give people the first shot. If you want to buy a Crown Zenith ETB for tomorrow, I'm going to drop 10 of them on my website. When they sell out, they sell out. I should be able to do 25 to 30 tomorrow during my 2.5 hour stream. But yeah, I'll get the first ones launched just so that if anyone here today wants to have one for tomorrow, they might sell out quick. I know that when I did my test stream 2 weeks ago, I only opened like 6 or 7 lots of packs and they sold out quite quickly. Maybe I list them and maybe they're still there tomorrow. Maybe no one buys any, but I just figured it would be nice to give people access if they wanted the first shot at it. So I'm going to get my Shopify pulled up so that I can do that in the next 10 minutes or so. As long as I remember how to change the quantity. I think I do. Yeah, I'm there right now. So what I'm going to do, the website only says the website is going to say $50 for a Crown Zenith ETB. But what I'm going to do, because P Football Pete is setting the floor at $49.95 on eBay, I need to beat his price. But on my website, it'll charge you shipping if it's under 50. So I'm just going to throw in a pack of celebrations with every Crown Zenith that you buy. I've got 1,000 packs beside me of celebrations. So every Crown Zenith ETB tomorrow will get you 1 pack of celebrations. With celebrations and with Crown Zenith, it's going to be hits only. So say I open a celebrations pack and it's just 4 of the basic hollows. Those are bulk in celebrations. And then everything reverse hollow, hollow and above you'll get from Crown Zenith. But yeah, I'm not going to ship like the 10-cent hollows from celebrations. If you hit a Charizard, if you hit even the lesser hits, if you hit a Flying Pikachu V, things like that, I'll ship it. But if you hit like a Kyogre hollow or a Xerneas hollow, those ones will be considered bulk. But yeah, I'm going to launch that. I guess I'll just do it right now because I'm talking about it. I guess I can modify the title. +1 celebrations pack. This is for a Crown Zenith ETB. 1 celebrations pack. Hits only shipped. Follows retain. So I'm going to launch this right now. I just changed the description so that you'll see you're getting a celebrations pack. Hits only. Hollows don't count as hits. I'm going to make the available quantity 10. Tomorrow, it's like, say you don't get one of these 10, say they actually do sell out quickly. I'm going to have at least 15 more tomorrow, depending on how fast the stream is going. So I will have access. I will enable access to more tomorrow. But as of right now, these will be the 10. I hope I'm doing this properly. I think I am. It should be live very, very soon. Website is linked in the description below. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. As I said, 12:30 to 3 p.m. Because then I have Pokenomics office hour from 3 to 4 p.m. Friday Eastern. And I need to leave for that obligation. And then while I'm doing my office hours, I'll print out labels and I'll pack and ship. I will ship same day for anyone who buys for my ripped stream tomorrow for Crown Zenith. I will ship those tomorrow afternoon before the post office closes, which is also a good part about ending the stream earlier before my normal 4:30 time. But those should be live, I think. As of today, sorry, any international people who want to buy it, I don't have that enabled today, but I should have that enabled by tomorrow. So, yeah, as of today, unfortunately, you can only pre-order the first 10 if you're domestic. I do actually see an order just came through, so it does look like it worked properly. Shout out Thrifty. Looks like Thrifty has Ernesto has reserved box number 1, but Thrifty has box number 2. I see another order coming in. I appreciate you guys supporting. Good luck with the pulls tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna hang out. Last 10 minutes, I'm gonna hang out with chat. Cameron K says, Oh, that question came up on E4. Just curious what your take is. Seems different between conditioned and non-conditioned collectors. I think yeah, aside from like if you want Moonbreon, if you want the highest of Chase, if you want the highest of conditions, it can be expensive, but there's so much beautiful art for very, very cheap. I think it's very, very accessible. Not everyone can have everything, and some amount of people will just always be upset at the things they can't have, but yeah, some amount of people can't be pleased. But overall, I think it's great. MSRP went up. It's slightly less accessible than it was, right? With Scarlet and Violet, MSRP goes up, but it's still reasonable. The best way is always just buying the singles you want versus gambling and ripping packs. But as I say that, when I'm doing a rip stream tomorrow, looks like we have 4 of the 10 ETBs already sold. My Shopify refreshes. Yeah, so we have 4 of the 10 already sold. Those will not be the only 10. If it sells out between now and the end of the stream, I will be adding at least 10 or 15 more tomorrow, maybe 20 or 30. I have 50 on hand. So one of my distributors, I do with Troll and Toad Evo. Those ones go right there. But my other distributor, I have 50 Ground Zenith ETBs landed today. I don't think I can open nearly that many in 2.5 hours. But yeah, I will be hopefully selling somewhere between 25 and 30. Chaotic says, it seems like the majority of Pokemon collectors don't play the game. Most people seem to mainly be drawn to the art. Do you see this as a strength or a weakness of the hobby? I think it's a strength because you have the players there doing it for the game. You have the collectors there doing it for the art, doing it for the nostalgia, whatever it may be. I think it just makes it more diverse, right? If it's only one or the other, it's more one-dimensional, whereas we have like two things really pushing us, right? I think that makes it a strength, personally. Javal says, I have a hard time getting to my bathroom because of all the Shining Fates ETB cases all over the place. It's hard to get anywhere in my office because of just everything everywhere. It's a huge mess. Let's see. Dan, is the Typhlosion regular or hollow? Did you undercut me? Let me see. My Typhlosion is reverse. Is your Typhlosion reverse? If yours is, then I undercut you. And I'm not sorry. At least I didn't auction it and then create a very low comp that you'd have to be held against. I diamond hand low eBay list by now. Do you think selling sitting cuties at Collecticon could be profitable? I actually had somebody recently ask me about the thought of taking plushes to Collecticon. So I don't know if they're listening, but their spot may be getting blown up. I think they'd do well. I think there's not like a huge margin in them because you got to buy them at like retail, $14 if you get free shipping, but $14 plus tax. I don't know if you could get 20 for them, 25. I think, yeah, but there are vendors at Collecticon that sell tons of plushes. Well, they have tons of plushes. How much they sell, no idea. It's not a play I'm gonna make. I'll leave the sitting cuties and plush plays to other people. Maybe I'll do some void fill. I'm gonna ship down some slabs to some people in Florida, just so that I don't have to fly with them. Maybe just for void fill, I'll either use t-shirts. Oh yeah, I should mention Basic. If Basic's in chat, here's your t-shirt. I don't want to open yours. Let me find mine and I'll open it. My 2XL t-shirt. I did get my new t-shirt in. I like basic, talking about Basic trainer. I like pretty basic designs. So it's just a white t-shirt and it says Catch 'em All Collectibles there. I got to get it washed because it's all wrinkled and stuff. And it's got the Wish Charmander Catch 'em All Collectibles on the back. So just super basic. Kind of boring, but I'm excited about it. I'm gonna bring at least one of them to wear to one of the days at Collecticon. Maybe I'll wear one both days. But it's nice to have a new shirt that's not copyright infringing, has the brand on it. I have some playmats inbound. I have a table, what do they call it? A table runner inbound for Collecticon. So nice little Vista print order. Let's see. I see 7 orders now. Let me see where we're at. I see 7 orders So we have 3 left as of right now. Um, Brokemon, I'm pretty sure you have answered this before. Should I be buying the Charizard UPC now considering the prices? I cannot speak to any individual on whether or not they should be buying it, but you should be more inclined to buy it today at today's prices than when they were selling for 120, 150. They're selling nearly, and on Black Friday, they sold sub wholesale pricing. I like them. I like them at the current prices. I like them at 90. I like them at 80. Um, it all depends on what you're doing. If you can immediately break it down, flip, rip, ship, stream, and make a margin, absolutely. You should be making your margin. If you're talking about as an investment long term, it's hard to say. A lot were printed. The price is low for a reason. They printed a lot more than people realized. It all depends on your goals and how much capital you have. Your name's Brokemon, so if you're like flat broke and it's between Charizard UPC or paying rent, I would say pay your rent. I would say that's a very personal decision, though. Very dependent on your cash flow, your situation, your goals, as always. Colt hit 24 out of 27 PSA 10s. Congrats. Colt's building a house he needs to liquidate. Building a house in Texas somewhere. That sounds expensive. If I buy a box, will you ship me all the celebration ho-ohs you pull? If when I'm doing the stream, if someone like absolutely wants, let me see if I have any celebrations ho-ohs. If someone wants one of the cards that I would deem bulk, like I don't want to be shipping everything. I don't want to be shipping like 80 cards. I want something that fits within the same way that I pack and ship slabs. So that's what part of the reason I do the hits. I don't want to have to open up a whole new like shipping item line. I don't want to have to stock different boxes, stock different things. So, but yeah, if you buy a box, oh hey, can I have that Weedle? Can I have that random thing? If I see it, if I catch the message, I can include that with your hits. This is a good one. Basic says, if you teach a man how to fish, he eats for the rest of his life. But if every man was taught how to fish, it could lead to overfishing and upsetting the ecosystem, leading to world hunger. Thoughts? Kind of analogous. If everyone is investing, if everyone is flipping, and there's no ultimate collector at the end of it, it all collapses, right? Like you need the collector, you need the consumer, you need just a good kind of thought experiment, a good nice little question by Basic there. Yeah, that's deep, very deep. People are lazy and most still won't fish. True, yeah. You'll have people who know how to fish that still pay the premium to just get the fish caught for them, cooked for them, prepared. Have you found higher value cards get graded harder / less valuable cards more relaxed? PSA is consistently inconsistent. PSA, CGC, BGS, all of them. I've never found anything. I've never found anything that I can say definitive. It's case by case. And one time, okay, bulk that seems like it was treated easily. Now it seems like it was treated harsher. I've seen both sides of every tier, so I can't say anything definitive. The Where's the MZ ETBs? Does your distributor carry Digimon and One Piece? I'm not sure. One of them does carry a little bit of One Piece. I ordered something, some kind of deck or something One Piece, just because I heard a lot of people talking about it. I think I have it somewhere. I think it's in my warehouse buried somewhere. I need to find it. I don't even know what I bought. I need to look back at my invoices. I have 1 minute to catch up on 8 minutes of chat, so we'll see how we do. Can you sleeve and top load all my commons and uncommons, please? Absolutely not. It'll be hits only. All your hits will be sleeved and card savored. I will have all the hits sleeved and card savored. If there's any PSA plays to be made, they'll be sleeved, card savored, shipped same day. So if you want to make the quick flip, I'll do the best I can to aid in that. But definitely no sleeve top loaded uncommons and commons. Looks like I undercut Retro. He's gonna undercut me back, and I'll have to reach out to my consigner to be able to undercut him again. You think Pokemon collectors belong on My Strange Addiction? I'm assuming that's a show. Sounds kind of familiar, but I don't think I've ever seen it. Probably some, for sure. If you undercut on Buy It Now, it's respectful. Appreciate you, Andy. I do see an Andy in there. I'm not buying t-shirts for the whole section, nor do I think everyone in the whole section will want one. Do you like the new eBay Seller Hub? I love the different reports, filters, data, etc. That lets me access now. I don't think I've switched over, or maybe I have. I'm terrible with stuff like that. I usually switch over at the last moment possible, but I've gotten recently into looking at my reports and stuff more. Monday, I'm actually going to show a little bit of information from my report in my video. I need to look at that more. I just have too much of a backlog. I'm always too far behind that I don't look that much. So any question that comes in at 4:30 or later, I probably won't answer. I'm going to do my best, though, to catch up. Nar on Ice is bringing Beanie Babies to Collecticon. Does ending 10 listings and then relisting those 10 listings satisfy eBay's algorithm? I think it does, but I think if you were to do it with, like, say you only had 10 listings in your store and you literally ended and restarted those same 10 listings every day, eBay would probably catch on to some extent and the algorithm probably wouldn't be as pleased. That's speculation. I don't know for sure. But I would, like, say you had 300 listings and every 10 days or every day you just, like, if you had that many going, I would say don't use good till canceled. When they end at 30 days, just re-up those old ones, and I think that would count. But I'm not an expert on that. I'm not 100% positive. Ernesto's here. He missed everything. People are loving the new emotes. I'm definitely going to rip Crown Zenith ETB. The first Crown Zenith ETB will be ripped for Ernesto, the emote guy, the thumbnail guy, because he definitely hooked us up and the subscriptions, the memberships were flowing today. I appreciate everyone's support. I appreciate everyone placing orders on the website. The website is linked in the description. I will be ripping Crown Zenith ETBs tomorrow. And if you buy one, you will get a celebrations pack included. It's hits only. I've sold 7 out of the 10 that I put up on the website like 15 minutes ago. If those sell out, I will put more on the website tomorrow. I will try to get international shipping figured out before I go live so that international people can participate. It will be a little bit more for shipping and declaration, things like that. I need to, I don't know how Shopify works for declaration, all that stuff. Assume that if you're buying this internationally, you will pay import taxes on $50 or $60 declaration. Assume worst case, just so that there's no bad experiences, I guess. Just assume worst case you're going to pay import fees, and I'll do my best to make it so you don't, but we'll have to see how it goes. I think I'm mostly caught up. I've still not gotten my MetaZoo Kickstarter playing cards. my what was it called? The Headcaster. Thoughts on the new Japanese boxes being resale proof? Do you see English doing this as well? Probably not. Probably keeping costs as low as possible. Chevals collects what he loves and he does it efficiently. We're past curfew. We are. I appreciate everyone hanging out. As I said, I appreciate everyone joining the membership, all the gifted memberships. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow to rip some Crown Zenith. I hope everyone has a great night, and I will catch you all tomorrow.